That special sauce, spill that drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of gain, can't feel that I work too hard. Poetry only needs.
What's good? What's good? It's your boy, Dope Boy Diesel, back in the Doja Room. Let's get me back in here. What's going on, people? Hope everybody is having a beautiful Monday. Back to the work rotation, back on the clock today. If you are working a traditional schedule, maybe some of y'all niggas working right now. Who knows? But I appreciate you if you're stopping in right now for rocking with the Doja Room. I'm your host, Dope Boy Diesel. You guys already know what it is, and we are going to continue kind of pick up from where we left off. Let me just get a sound. Okay. Sounding good. All right, yeah, bet. First and foremost, if you guys are just now joining us, please make sure you hit the video with a like. Make sure you hit the channel with a follow. If you're on X, make sure you hit this with a repost. Go ahead and share the live. Make sure you get some people in here. Plenty of people who want to have a conversation. And of course, just a friendly reminder that the Doja Room is always open. The Doja Room is always open. You guys could always shoot me a DM. Let me know that you guys want to come up and maybe you want to lend your voice to the conversation. If that is the case, you guys are always welcome. You know where to find me at. It's at Dope Boy Diesel on X, on all platforms, really. Just make sure you're following me at Dope Boy Diesel. That's Drake and Five on X. Okay. So that you can be updated. You can hit me up here if you want to get involved in the conversations, any of the conversations that we have here on the channel. Please feel free, shoot me a DM. I'll send you a link, and you can hop up and talk with us, have a conversation. There's a lot going on, and we're gonna get to some of what's been going on. Um, it seems like every time I'm about to end the show, something happens, and then more shit happens as soon as I finish the show. And then as I'm thinking, like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna, I'm probably gonna shoot around this time. Then more shit happens, and again, I try to be real. I try to be well researched for you guys. Okay, I try to be well researched for you guys so that we know what we're talking about here. But before we get into it, to all my stoners, hippies, and hip hop enthusiasts, please light up your blunt. Pour up a little shot or something like that. Maybe a glass of wine, if you will. You are now entering the Doja Room, and we're gonna get to it. It's still Iceman season, and there's a lot going on. Now, I waited a little bit to get back on stream, even though I was thinking about hopping back on. Uh, I was thinking about hopping back on this morning, but I wanted to give some time for for the talking heads. I wanted to give them a little bit of time to be able to come out, say what they had to say. We know with some of the, I can't even say that we just fully, completely know what these guys are about to say, but at this point, I'm almost not surprised to be surprised, if that makes any sense. I'm almost not surprised the theories, the hypocrisy that comes out of so many people's mouths. And I want to start with Jay-Z and the fallout from the Roots picnic, because we still have more to talk about with that. Now, if you guys remember, it was a sort of mid topic of conversation a couple of days ago, maybe about a week ago. We had a few channels asking, "Is Drake MAGA?" Y'all remember that? You know, time and the news cycle, it moves along so quickly, but I don't know if you guys remember me showing you a picture like this where we had so many channels coming together all around the same time, seemingly asking themselves and making a call to action to push Drake to denounce MAGA and the White House using his music without his knowledge and or permission. Now you see, we all can see what the White House, just using this man's music, the quote unquote firestorm is started on that side. See, us sane individuals knew this was a nothing burger. Sane individuals, people who truly are fans of hip hop, knew that this was something to take attention away from one of Drake's best drops, one of Drake's best albums, one of his biggest rollouts, one of his most important rollouts. And dare I say, one of the most important moments of his career. We watched them run this smear campaign, and we had to sit by and ask ourselves, why are these people doing this? Why are these people so invested in trying to convince us that Drake is quote unquote an op for no reason? I asked myself, maybe it was the way he was talking about Kendrick. Maybe it was the way he said, I'm gonna show you how to do this, little nigga. Maybe it's when he told Hove the jig is up. I take 500K over dinner. I never could learn shit from none of y'all. Maybe it was, damn, y'all was really island hopping back then. Now y'all names got redacted. Now a nigga got a fact check. I sat back and I really asked myself, what did Drake do to make these people this mad? What did he do to get under these guys' skin? What makes these guys so invested in trying to prove that this man is one of the most deplorable human beings on earth, akin to Donald Trump in their eyes? The thought sat with me for a while. I had to think, is it mental illness? Did Drake somehow collectively fuck all of their wives and girlfriends? No, no, it couldn't have been that. It couldn't have been. It's possible. These guys are nobodies. Could it have been that these guys, you know, this is the only way that they can feed their families? Yes, true. But I don't think that's really it. I don't think that's really it, guys. So then, thanks to diligent researchers, journalists, and bloggers on the internet, come to find out, the plot thickens. Now let me pull up this picture, and if we don't know who's in this photo, this is Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump. And sitting next to them is Desiree Perez, the CEO of RocNation. And next to them on or across from them is Jay-Z. Now, news of this broke yesterday, and I said, well, great. It seems like the people who wanted to have this conversation about hip hop artists, rappers, and any figures amongst the media or entertainment industry, if they align themselves with Donald Trump, if they align themselves with MAGA, if they align themselves with the Republican Party, they must be deplorable human beings. And for that, we have to have a larger conversation. Now, I thought that this was the conversation that a lot of these guys wanted to have. I thought that this was the plot that a lot of these guys, and when I say these guys, I mean these guys, the Culture United, I thought that this was the plot that these guys wanted to get to. Seemingly, over the course of the last 48 hours, this hasn't been the topic of conversation. Seemingly, over the last 48 hours, this, and when I say this, I mean this, it doesn't matter as much anymore. So then I had to go back to the drawing board. It took me a while to get back on this stream, you guys. It took me a while. Then I had to hit the drawing board again. And I had to say, well, what really is it? They were upset at the fact, at the thought that Drake could possibly allow the White House to use his music to promote ICE. They scoffed at the title of his album to say that it was tone deaf and insensitive. The title of Iceman, with the current climate going on today. How could you? How could you? I thought that was the plot, guys. I thought that was the point. But when we pull up receipts, when we pull up evidence of the people that they worship, that they bow to, that they cape for, when we pull up evidence and we pull up the files of their side doing exactly what they simply feared, theorized that Drake may have been doing, all of a sudden, it's crickets. All of a sudden, it's amnesia. You know, I haven't taken the liberty to do this yet, but how about I like being thorough. I like being very thorough. Let's see something here. Now, it's been 48 hours. I don't see a video. I don't see a video about Jay-Z being MAGA. Do you guys see a video about we see that Jay-Z is getting his quote unquote revenge. Everybody is enamored by that. But I thought this was the more important conversation. Drake hadn't dropped his album for more than a week, and these were the conversations that we were having. Was it? Were they not? I thought this was more important. I thought this is what really mattered. Hmm. Let's do some further research, shall we? Let's do some further research because this was going around pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. This is our boy Anthony Fantano. Hmm. You see his is Drake's MAGA video there 10 days ago, but we don't see anything about Jay-Z being MAGA. Do you guys see anything? Do you guys see anything at all? Or am I chirping? Am I tripping? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So this doesn't matter then. This doesn't matter. Does it or does it not? See, moments like this, moments like these is why we have to, and why I've been telling you guys for the past few weeks, and we're not going to get it until we get it. It's a new day in hip hop. It is time for a new regime. It is time for a passing of the torch. The old figures, the people that you think you can trust, and I say this to Kendrick Lamar fans, K-Bots as well. The people that y'all think y'all can trust, this is not even for the Drake fans, by the way. This is not even for the Drake fans because we understand the people that we are dealing with. This is for the people who don't. This is for the people who are seemingly questioning, well, damn, if Jay-Z was sitting with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump just last year, and we're asking Drake to denounce the White House and denounce Trump today, at what point do I call the people giving me this information into question? At what point do I look at their credibility, their consistency, and say that something's off right here? These people aren't people. And when I say these people, I mean these people. These people aren't people that I can necessarily trust. And again, the people on our side, the people on this side of the internet, or and the people in the middle who find themselves just a fan of hip hop and fan of music, and that's perfectly fine. But this is what's going to cause a shift in the narrative. This is what has caused a shift in the narrative. It's people like this that you guys follow who can't keep consistent, who don't have a backbone, who don't stand for anything, who don't they don't have any real moral compass, but they present to you guys as if they do. What was this for? If we are not also going to call out this? Why make videos about this if we're not going to make videos about this? K Thoughts, K Bots, Kendrick Lamar fans, hip hop enthusiasts, and scholars. When do we say enough is enough? When do we say that these people are playing in our faces? When do you guys stop being treated like absolute fucking idiots? Like fools. These guys think you're fucking idiots. As do we, as do I, as do we. But it's deeper than how we look at you. It's deeper than that. Yes, these guys look at you like sheep. These guys look at you like cattle. Just is. It's really sorry. It's really sad that you guys run to these people for their opinion, for an honest take, for advice, for even their taste in music. What can you trust from people like this? How can you believe people like this? How can you follow people like this? People like this are what's going to kill the game. When we look back at hip hop 10 years from now, 20 years from now, our kids are grown up. They are indulging in the culture. They've found work in the culture. They've found hobbies and passion in the culture. When it's irreparable, unrecognizable, and we got to look our children in the eyes and we got to hand them this game, and we got to be ashamed of how unrecognizable hip hop has become at that point. We got to look back at this time. We got to look back at videos like this and we have to call into question these people characters and make sure we hold them accountable. These are the people to blame. These are the people that we got to point the finger at and literally say, yeah, this is the bad guy. Now, Screwface Thought, of course, he's in there too. He made 2 videos since then. 2. Not one video. He even dropped one 9 hours ago. Not one video on his boy Hove sitting right across from the son-in-law and daughter of Donald Trump. Now, I'm not one to make a big fuss out of this, and I'm sure a lot of you guys watching, a lot of you guys who follow me, and a lot of you guys who are fans of the show, I'm sure you guys don't see the real issue here. And hey, perhaps I don't either. But for the people who subscribe to this, for the people who subscribe to these clowns, well, you have to dig deep, as Ebro would say. You have to search inside yourself. You have to question yourself and ask yourself, is this the type of person that I am? Is this the type of rhetoric that I subscribe to? Now, if you're going to be a complete Donald Trump hater, super liberal, wear it on my chest and my arm sleeves, then cool. Hey, that's you. That's your life. But what I don't respect are hypocrites. What I don't respect are people who will hold one man accountable for said things that cross the line and things that they say should be frowned upon, things that they say a person, a figure in Drake's position, he should 100% take full responsibility at his size and how big he is, pause, and realize he has a responsibility to the greater public. I thought that's what these guys believe, but apparently not, because when somebody who, I'm sure all of these people would at least agree, is even bigger than Drake, even more, I would say, integral to hip hop, more of the culture, a lot of people would look at him as a leader of the culture. When a leader of the culture sits down with the daughter of Donald Trump, when do we call out the hypocrisy? When do we hold our creators that we love so dearly, when do we hold them accountable? For the last 3 weeks, these people have been making you guys look like a complete fucking clown show. I'm getting secondhand embarrassment. It's almost not even worth the effort responding to people like this, because in the last 2 to 3 weeks, we've watched these people and more completely throw their credibility down the drain if it hadn't already been there. Sane individuals will continue to realize that these guys aren't the guys. If the torch is going to be passed, if hip hop is going to reach new heights and see a new day, if we're going to watch an evolution, a rebirth, a revolution, these can't be the people involved. These can't be the people at the forefront. These people will make sure that this culture continues to crumble. These people will continue to deprive the fun, the passion, the joy out of hip hop. I'm just being honest with you guys. There's no other way to give this up. Now, you might say, Diesel, you sound dramatic, bro. You got to calm down. It's not that serious. Well, when does it become that serious? We already allowed these people to try to paint this man as a pedophile. We already have Tory Lanez behind bars for 10 years. We already have these guys making an attempt to paint this guy as one of the worst individuals you could ever meet, you could ever come across. He's a cancer on hip hop. He's MAGA. He's a degenerate. When do we call this out and say that this shit is dangerous? We watched last year a man lose his life, and some may say it was deserved. Some might say it's not. The fact of the matter being, and we also seen attempts on the president's life as well. But the fact of the matter being that we see things like that happen because of people like this. When you paint a person as one of the worst human beings that you could ever come across, one of the worst human beings ever drawing breath on the planet Earth, and then we let them become the president, and then we give them accolades, we vote them into office. We 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 have a habit of playing or not playing into these, how do I say, sins of an individual, whether they be true or not. Because you can imagine a sane individual is saying, well, if you are a person who's committed SA, you've done all of these crazy and racist things in your life, how can you be allowed to become the president? How could that be possible? If he is such a criminal, if he's the Hitler in the second coming, how can we allow this man to just walk around freely? And some people act on that. I'm not going to say rightfully so, but in their mind, rightfully so, they act on that because they think that they're doing a service to humanity. They think that though they might be doing a little bit of bad, the bad or the good is going to outweigh the bad. Now, y'all might ask, well, okay, where are you going with this? We don't get it. And some may get it, some might not. Some might get it, some might not. But that's all to say that this, what we seen happen to Charlie Kirk, what we seen happen to Donald Trump, and I'm not comparing Drake to these people. I'm comparing the rhetoric, the blatant lies, and drumming certain things up to paint this picture of somebody that isn't exactly either accurate or true at all in the slightest. So it, it's it's hard for me to allow even K dots to continue following people like this, to continue to live like this, because I've been telling you guys over the past couple of weeks, this is a cult. And people like this pull you further and further down the rabbit hole, little by little. It's almost like boiling a frog. It's something you're not going to realize until it's too late. And people who play these games, people who have no integrity, no morals, I know some people are gonna rock with them and listen to them anyway, but it's a shame that you allow these people to have voices. It's a shame. It's a shame that we don't call these people out. And when I say we, I mean the K Thoughts. I mean the people giving these views, 59K views, 7,000 views over here. Company Man got 20 on his, 33 for Screwface Thought. I mean, it's truly sad. It's sickening. I feel for you guys. This is the equivalent of just slop. These people think you guys are cattle. It just goes to show how they truly think of their audiences. And I start to get to the point to where I can't even go back and forth with some of you guys anymore. Because these are your leaders. These are the people you guys look up to. People who proudly push lies. But when the truth is staring them in the face, they say nothing. It's become a sad case. It's become pitiful. I can't bring myself to I can't bring myself to go back and forth, to have the energy, because it's almost like I'm arguing with mentally disabled people. And that wouldn't be right. It just wouldn't be right. The audacity of some of these guys. I mean, they're so loud and wrong, so confident at that. But when it comes time to do the right thing and quote unquote keep that same energy, it's so hard for them to do. It's so hard for them to bring themselves to do such a thing. My only question is, when do you guys, K Thoughts, when do you guys say enough is enough? When do you guys say enough is enough? Now, again, academics gave some thoughts on Jay-Z's uh, apparent hypocrisy, um, which, again, I think it's funny because we just, that entire news cycle, the news has been moving steadily, but that entire conversation came and went, didn't it? I mean, usually even some of my posts, you know, until I post more content and do things like that, you know, the last things I would post usually do pretty good, but anything concerning Jay-Z or Rock Nation seemingly doesn't always do as well. Now, I'm not going to draw any conclusions yet, but I find that to be just a tad bit weird. Just a tad bit weird. Okay. I think that us not us not keeping the consistency when it comes down to a lot of these these topics and a lot of these talking points that these guys present, that they bring up, not holding them accountable and not making them keep the same energy is when we let them, that's the very moment we let them turn this shit into a fucking clown show. But my boy Academics had some words on this as well. Let's see what he had to say.
These people. They're eating, breaking bread with these people. They're getting pardons. They're breaking bread with these people. So you're wondering who this guy is, right? Oh, you don't know who this is? You know who this is? Okay. Jared Kushner. Married to Trump's daughter, Ivanka. Come on, bruv. Come on, bruv. Come on. Come on. So essentially, Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump made headlines when they were photographed laughing and sitting at the same table with Jay-Z and Beyonce. The unexpected mingling took place on September 13 at Oceans Casino and Resorts in Atlantic City during the Reform Alliance. What the fuck were they doing here? I thought they're not into that MAGA shit. I thought they're not into that MAGA shit. How you with Trump's daughter?
Now, even from this angle, because Jay-Z tried to hit us with the pump fake, he tried to position people criticizing him and coming after him on all of the Epstein angles and other things. He tried to attribute all of those guys to MAGA. All these guys are MAGA. Oh yeah, anybody who criticizes me, they got to be MAGA. Republicans, they voted for MAGA. Is that not lazy, you guys? Are we not tired of people not being intelligent enough to articulate their arguments, substantiate their claims, instead of just labeling people as racist and MAGA? And I don't want to sound like them, but it gets tiring. We need tangibles. We need tangibles. And that's not what we get from this side. Now, we get it. If you voted for Donald Trump, you're supposed to be the scum of the earth. But what does that make you when you sit down with his son-in-law and daughter? What does that make you then? And they didn't seem like they were pretty unfamiliar. They got a presidential pardon from the president himself. They sat and ate and broke bread, literally broke bread with MAGA, the leaders, head of MAGA. So when do we say enough is enough, guys? When do we say the clown show has gone on long enough? When do we do it? I think these people like living in this state. I think they like living in this willful ignorance, this delusion that we're just going to ignore reality, and if we're loud enough, if we lie enough, no matter if they can prove that we're lying, these idiots are gonna follow and accept everything that we're saying, hook, line, and sinker. Which, K-Thoughts, hey, clap it up. Clap it up, man. You guys have been doing a wonderful job for them. You guys have been doing a magnificent job. Magnificent. Magnificent. You've been putting money in their pockets. You've kept the Rock Nation talking heads afloat for these 2 years. Well, they have had nothing to talk about other than Drake. Finally, they can at least talk about, because Kendrick isn't giving them anything to talk about, but at least they can talk about Jay-Z. At least they can talk about this Roots picnic for days to come. But unfortunately, with talking about that, they would also have to address their hypocrisy. And seemingly, they're just having too good of a time to bring themselves to make the same videos that they were making a couple of weeks ago, a week ago. Isn't that strange? Isn't that strange, you guys? We don't find that strange at all. Let's continue.
But you're not into the maggots. How they your ops? How you eating dinner with your ops? How are you eating dinner with your ops? How? Jay came like this with Beyonce. Jared Kushner came with Trump's daughter. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is how they giving it up. And they got Charlemagne out there and the rest of the media niggas saying that Drake is MAGA. How that work? Holy. They're at dinner with the motherfuckers. They're at dinner. They're at dinner, y'all. They're at dinner. They're right here. Look, they're right here. Look.
So, again, when do we say enough is enough? When do we do it? When do we call these guys into question? When do we call their credibility into question? When do we stop listening to these guys? Huh? When do we stop reposting their content and responding to them? When do we stop following them and believing in the things that come out of their mouths? A lot of us have a long time ago. But I gotta question the people who've held on this long. Is this not enough? Has the past 2 weeks not been enough for you guys? Has it not told you enough about the people that you've put your trust in, that you've been following, that you've propped up to this level, for their voices to even be this loud? They've made you all look like clowns. It's disgusting. But if you guys like it, then I love it. But I will stop feeling sorry for you guys after a while. Again, this is the moment where we pick the clowns from everyone else. This is the moment that we do that, okay? This point of time is the time that we see these things take place. Now, we have several people not talking about Jay-Z sitting at dinner with Jared Kushner and Ivanka Trump, but we do have them glorifying and just gushing over the performance that Jay-Z put on. Let's get to Charlemagne first.
And some of these fan bases are ridiculous because all these individuals that he addressed have been talking about Jay for years on social media, talking about him for years on podcasts and interviews.
And
Jay hasn't said anything.
Nope.
But as soon as he does, people are like, he's using Drake for attention or he's using Nicki for attention. Like these folks haven't been talking about him forever.
Real big.
I did see people saying, you know, he was a hypocrite by saying, I think he did an interview where he said he did like battle rap.
That was the one Frazier thought.
And then he came out and threw a couple shots. But
I don't think those are disses. That's just him replying to everybody who's been poking him. I don't look.
Oh, okay. So now it's okay for people to reply to things. Well, Charlemagne, you don't think that he should just get over it? You don't think that he should stop dwelling on the last year and a half? I mean, his name got redacted. These names and things got redacted, right? He sued Tony Busby. What else is there to talk about? Now we are allowing people and affording people to respond to things. Okay, got it.
them as necessarily disses.
Nah, he was
telling
dissing
you. He's telling you how he
Definitely big
felt.
shot. I think even
what
if
was the diss?
It's even if you don't.
Which one?
Man.
The Nicki shot was definitely a diss. And this is the thing that I don't like about Charlemagne, and this is the part of Charlemagne exactly what academics has been talking about. Charlemagne has a habit of just playing this dumb act, just playing stupid, acting like he didn't hear the same bars that we all heard. And I don't know about you guys, but I clearly heard there being shots at Nicki Minaj. That was clearly a diss. You saying that your king can't even take your kids wherever, pointing that out, that's a diss. Okay, we got to be like, are we not all adults here? Are we not all adults? Come on, what are we doing? That's a diss, brother. That's 100% a diss. We're not going to play these games. The shot at Kanye was 100% a diss. You're calling a nigga insane. Now, yes, two things can be true. Was he responding? Yes. Were they also disses? Yes. Like Charlemagne does this thing where he plays stupid and he acts like two things can't be true at the same time right now.
Where would it
It was
be?
big
the
shots,
chatty
but like you
patty,
said, it
the
was
teeth falling out.
But it was responses
That's
though.
all truth.
Yeah, but a response, but isn't the battle rap is the back and forth, and what people are saying is like, okay, if you say no,
you can't call it battle rap because some of these people don't rap.
Yeah, they just been online.
That's what I'm saying. Some of
Like
these people
Nicki
don't rap.
been online.
I think it's the
constantly
energy
coming
though too of like if you're saying it needs to be collaborative and not one against the other. This someone will respond to this.
To that point, people fight with what they can fight with, right?
Yes.
So if you want to say something you don't rap, you get on podcasts, you get on interviews. If you want to say something and you do rap, like Jay, you do it on stage. Yeah.
Jay's retired. Jay-Z's retired, guys. So I would imagine. Can you imagine if Drake came out of retirement to diss a bunch of niggas who have been speaking on his name for the last couple of years, kind of like how you guys do, kind of like how you guys have done, and many of you didn't like him responding on Iceman, but now let's just fast forward 2 weeks and now you guys love responses. Now you guys love people responding after years and years of people talking about them and them being backed into a corner seemingly. Now you love that. The hypocrisy. That's the theme of today's episode. Hypocrisy. We're going to see a lot of that here today.
Yeah. So he's just firing back the way he knows how to fire back. And those people fire back the way they know how to fire back.
Yeah, it's really sad. Charlemagne plays these dumbass games, and a lot of people allow him. But he sits there with this dumbass face, looking like that, and plays like he doesn't know what Jay-Z just did. And it's effectively because he is on the RocNation payroll. He was given that bag to make sure that he is the biggest of Jay-Z's talking heads. And that's not just my opinion, that's a fact. I'm just going to be real with y'all guys. That's a fact, okay? It's really sad that this is what hip hop has come to again, but this is why we have to see people like this. And I talked about it in a space yesterday at length. We were in that space for about hours. Probably did a full work shift in that space. So shout out to my boy Shiesty too. But we had a great conversation, some heated conversations in there as well, but some great conversations in there. And we'll get to some of that in that angle. But I don't like people who don't look at things for how they are and don't call things down the middle. It's really just egregious to me. I don't think that people who have to move like this have a real backbone. I don't. But this is the face of the Breakfast Club, a hip hop platform. These days, I don't know what kind of platform it is. It's kind of just like a pop culture platform nowadays, but a hip hop platform nonetheless. And this is how these guys look at us. They think a lot of you guys are idiots. I'm just gonna be honest with you. They think a lot of you guys are stupid. Let's get to Ebro's take. Ebro had his take on the Roots picnic, Jay-Z freestyle. Let's see what he had to say.
But she's right to some degree. You could call it battling, you could call it responding. We're playing semantics. Hove, people have been talking shit about Hove. He got to the mic, had his time, and he got busy, and now he got the algorithm going. Same way y'all use Jay-Z, me included, to get the algorithm going. He was like, look, it's my turn. I'm going to get the algorithm going now. Marcy's back. Sorry to cut you off, Marcy.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, but no, I hear you. But that's semantics. Responding, battling. In hip-hop, if you respond, now we in a battle. Because now it's on everybody else, right? And by the way, this is also feeding families. The same way the Drake fans be calling it the Drake stimulus package. Hove just rolled out the Hovey stimulus package. You know what I'm saying?
The fuck is Ebro talking about? Ebro. The only people who are going to continue talking about, ooh, that rain coming down. The only people who are going to continue talking about this freestyle, because it's already slowed down. It's already slowed down. But the only people who are going to be talking about this shit for weeks to come are niggas like you, Ebro. Niggas like you, Charlemagne, the company thought, Screwface. It's niggas like y'all. DJ Head, Glasses Malone. Y'all the only niggas who's about to gas this past what it is and blow it out of proportion. Nobody has responded to Hove yet besides Dame Dash. Nobody's even interested in what he had to say. The bars were a good 7.5 out of 8, maybe or 8. But we're not gonna act like, oh yeah, now it's on everybody to no, bro. Relax, nigga. Relax. I don't think Hove got it in him to go back and forth with nobody right now anyway. Especially not no Drake. Especially not Drake. You're bugging.
The same way Drake was just talking about Hove, now Hove's talking about Drake. So then people gonna go back to the Drake album and revisit those lines. And then people are we getting a new Jay-Z release?
I think something's cooking. Oh yeah, I think something's
He didn't
cooking.
cut. Lou is one of those Hove fans that believes there's a haircut coming before a new album.
Yeah, he's not alone. I see that a lot online.
Marcy, what were you saying? Sorry, you were low.
No, I'm saying, yeah, he might drop an album, but there's a difference between a Drake and a Jay-Z.
And what's that difference to you?
Jay-Z's on a different caliber than
Yeah, cut it off there. We don't want to hear that bullshit. But yeah, there's some people who, again, they're not taking Jay-Z or Drake seriously when it comes down to him going against Hove head to head. And that's the part of me that almost wants Drake to indulge. It almost makes me feel like, okay, yeah, he bit the bait. Because now, if it's up to Drake, he can end Hove real easy. If you ask me, he can end Hove very easily. His pen is lethal. But on the other hand, you got people like this who are, you know, they like, nah, this is Hov.
Drinking liquor, hanging out, don't care about nothing in the world.
And, you know, again, we had a great space on X yesterday, very long space, a lot of heated conversations where, and just as a side note, because I am a Hov fan, I am a Jay-Z fan. Jay-Z is still in my top 3 between him, Drake, and Wayne. But I don't allow slander on either side. There was a lot of people in the spaces yesterday who wanted to kind of downplay Hov and maybe play up his hand in a lot of these conspiracies and stuff like that. Saying shit like Hov's not really a billionaire, he's lying about his money, and you know, we started playing with semantics a little bit in the space, but ultimately what I wanted to put out is that Hov is on a level, a very respectable level, as far as how it goes with one of the greats of hip hop, being one of the greats in hip hop. But Drake has risen to a level that has far surpassed anything that Jay-Z could have done musically at all around, in my opinion. But that's not to say, because a lot of people want to trash Jay-Z, make it seem like he's this peon, make it seem like he just got up there and gave a whole bunch of yabba dabba do bars. And it wasn't really that. It was some good raps. But you're gonna have your Ebros, you're gonna have your Charlemagnes, people who are out here glazing this shit to high heaven, and you're gonna have people on the other side, this side, who are kind of really trying to downplay the opponent, which that's something, for one, I don't think Drake would ever do, and gladfully so. But I don't think that Jay-Z and his power, a lot of people had an issue with me saying Jay-Z has more power than Drake, but he does. He does. In terms of just pure economic and tangible power, yes, we might be talking about 2 billionaires, but money is one part of power. Money is one part of it. And I can tell I was talking to a lot of people who never read the 48 Laws of Power, to say the least. I was talking to a lot of guys who've never read the 48 Laws of Power, which that's my favorite book of all time. A nigga can't tell me what power is. Nigga can't. You're not gonna explain to me or tell me or try to conflate what power is. But I say all that to say that we have 2 giants, and I say this is even a battle bigger than just a Drake versus Kendrick Lamar, because we are talking about 2 people who are actually on par with each other on almost every metric. And the way Jay-Z came out the other day was respectable. He dissed, but he didn't really cross the line, unless you are a big Tory fan. Well, then, you know, or unless you're a Barb too. But then again, you know, um, we're talking about a different breed of people. But as far as how he came at Drake, you know, it was pretty respectable as far as rap goes. and I respected it. I enjoyed it, and I liked him poking the bear a little bit. Part of me wants him to poke the bear. Part of me wants Drake to just ignore him because Nicki hasn't responded. Ye hasn't responded. Nobody's really responded to this nigga. These niggas are treating it as if they haven't even saw the shit, if you ask me. So, should Drake respond? Who knows? Will people respond in their own time and come at Hove and really give him some bars back? That's yet to be seen, but I think what's the bigger question is, will we actually get a back and forth between Hove and these people? And if he is going to drop an album, this may be one of the best ways to kind of get people prepared for a back and forth, right? Get them talking now, get people to start responding now. So when you drop an album towards the end of the year or next year, you can have all your responses pretty much loaded up, and that'll help you promote and sell your album. It's typical chess. This is how they play the game, but I don't know. It's yet to be seen. But who knows if things go in that direction? We won't know until we see it. But we got Jeff Teague's podcast also talking about the Roots Picnic freestyle. Let's get into what they had to say.
Y'all really think Hov about to put out a new album?
Yes, got to, bro.
Yeah, I believe it's. I believe, bro.
The streets need it, bro.
Yeah, bro. I think
I need a Hov album, bro. I like Drake. I like Iceman.
It's Hov, bro. It's not gonna be a time where Jay-Z makes something I don't want to hear.
Iceman is actually fire.
It is.
Iceman is a fire album, but for me, Iceman is like, I can't listen to it like every day. You know what I mean? Like it's nice. It's a nice album. It's fire.
Yeah,
I'm not hating. It's a fire album, but like I used to listen to Take Care every day. I play Take Care. I can't listen to Iceman.
And the time of your life you was when that drop is different than what you are today too.
Yeah, I can't listen to it.
Oh no,
It's fire though.
I love the production on the whole album.
It's fire.
No, it's fire.
Like that shit is premium, bro. That is a rapping motherfucker, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like,
it's fire, but I can't listen to it every day.
And for me, it's just like, bro, I've seen a lot of people have some like, why y'all take so heavy stances about people y'all don't know, bro? If the music's fire, I'm playing it, bro. I'm not involved with none of this shit, bro.
That's what I'm telling people about writing. I said, I get it. If somebody wrote some of his songs or whatever, cool. But the shit that he does, Pen Dolo, is fire. That's why I don't penalize him for real. Like,
and he write for other people.
Yeah,
he cold. I'm just saying, like, you know, it's like an album. You know, we have albums where you could just play that shit weeks.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Like when Future
different
dropped
type of vibe.
30 Sprite 2 or
oh yeah,
even when him and Future dropped the Tape Together.
Yeah, What It's Time to Be Alive.
Yeah, What It's Time. I can play. I played that shit.
Yeah, I used to play Watch the Throne every day.
Never got old.
Yeah, I definitely play that every day.
Never got old to me.
So I see what you're saying from that standpoint. Yeah. I'm just glad Drake bounced back. Like,
he definitely bounced back now. Like,
he's on top. That's why I think whatever he say, whatever Jay-Z say is cool, but it's gonna be hard to kill him.
And he don't. He just like, hey, bro, like I ain't. You can never.
He said Jay name.
Yeah, Jay said, yeah. You looked up to me. I never looked up to you.
Yes,
that's a fact.
When you say shit like that,
people were slighted by that too, though.
Yeah, well,
but he wasn't lying though. He's like, shit, everybody look up to me. Like,
yeah,
I think he was just saying like, shit, I'm the big homie in this shit. Like, respect to everybody.
Or he's on like Jay-Z. He told Drake on that. What was that? His first album? What was that? Take Care.
No, it was the first album.
It was the first album. He told him what was gonna happen.
Trying to distract you.
Oh, he did. He broke the whole down.
I've seen it all, done it all.
Yeah, he broke it all down that verse. He did.
Barzini meetings. Watch for the traitors.
Yeah. And one thing also, I think it should stay amongst the artists. Like when people get in like conversations about contracts and stuff like that, it's like we don't know none of this shit for real. Like even some of the podcast stuff that people been asking about, like the Gil situation, and we ain't messy speaking on nobody's stuff, but just enjoy the art of what people make. If you're not in the rooms and that stuff don't apply to you, bro, you can go play music and say, "Oh, Drake's not in this contract." Who gives a fuck, bro? We have to function, play the slaps.
But I mean, when you put that shit out there, bro, you kind of give people when you open.
I think, and this is just a side note, For the people who say, oh, well, you shouldn't really care. You shouldn't be this invested. And who cares about what's going on with this? And who cares about what's going on with that? For a fan and as an artist, you want to give people something to believe in. You want to give people something that they can almost invest in, feel like they know you. If you're not sharing your story, if you're not giving that peek into your life, then it becomes harder to sell your music. You really want to give the people something of yourself. Something. You want to share some part of you so that you have something that people can latch on to. When people know your struggles, when people know the things that you're facing and they root for you and they see you overcome, it's no different from watching your favorite basketball player overcome immeasurable odds. It's no different from being at that track meet and rooting for your family member, rooting for your guy, and watching them smoke the competition, because you watch that story play out. Certain people like a Drake has been around so long that they have a mythos, they have a universe. I mean, I have a video on my channel right now that people are coming back to several times because they want to know about these people in Drake's lives. They want to know about the girl he was talking about in a certain song. They want to know about this guy that was mentioned. They want to know about the story behind the lyrics. That makes the music that much better, and that makes people attach themselves to the music that much more. So just coming from an artist and a fan, people have to understand why people love their favorite artists and why you can be invested so much in the way that you are. It's because you've been able to watch a journey, you've been able to watch a story, you've been able to root for your guy, watch him overcome, watch him win, watch him learn, evolve. So when you've become that invested, and it's hard for you to not with somebody who's been this big for this long. You know what I mean? It's hard for you to not, even for casuals, it's hard for you to not know what's going on. And even if you say, oh, well, Drake's contract, it has nothing to do with me. It has, I just want to hear the slaps. I just want to, when you don't know these things, it takes the context out of the music, and that's why he's talking like that. This is why you see him talking like that, because he's taken the context out of the music. When you take the context out of the music, when you take the reason why I'm saying these things out of it, when you take the disgruntled, the problems, the issues I have going on in my life, then you say, well, I don't necessarily want to know about that. And that's cool. Everybody got problems. We all got issues, and everybody can't necessarily mentally keep all of that on their plate. But for the people who really love the music on that level, and they're not just casual fans of music, they can appreciate the story around the music, the behind the scenes. They can appreciate how we got from Take Care to Iceman and everything in between. There's a reason why Drake is talking like this. We understand that. There's a reason why he's this upset. We can internalize that. There's a reason why, and the music is good. Plus, we understand where it's coming from. We understand where this guy stands, and he's making it clear where he's going with this. So again, that's why I said in a couple of episodes ago, the bars hit different for a fan. The bars hit different for somebody who has kept themselves updated with these people and these figures and what's going on in hip hop. And it's almost impossible to do that for every artist. But that's why each artist has their communities, their fan bases, and things like that, because they are important to this ecosystem. We are important to this ecosystem because we keep basically all of this stuff chronicled. We keep the story. We understand, and we're able to explain to others where this is coming from. A lot of it gets lost in translation. A lot of it gets diluted amongst the noise, and so with so many other artists in hip hop and so much other music. But knowing about the person behind the music, knowing about their issues, knowing about their problems, knowing about the things that they're going through is not necessarily a bad thing. Knowing that Drake is trying to fight his label and he's trying to get through this case, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, because then tracks like Make Them Pay hit a little bit harder. You can listen to this music with a different context. Now all of a sudden this song is not just a slap, but this song is a story. This song is a diary page. This song is a response, like how they're supposed to be talking about this picnic, but they've been talking more about Drake. I thought this was a Jay-Z clip, but it's an important part of an artist fan relationship that helps sell the music, that helps create more fans, and that helps make yourself just that more believable. But I'll allow them to continue.
In the envelope, you kind of give people the right to speak on it, though.
I feel like it is for the people that you're going against. Like if Drake and Jay-Z have a contract conversation, then that's different than Drake and the civilian, because you may not even know the music industry. And at the end of the day, why are we criticizing people who making billions of dollars, bro? There's nothing that you can shame him about.
You know what a Barzini meaning is? You never watched The Godfather?
Yeah, what is it? What is it?
When they say go see Barzini, that means you about to go get killed.
Yeah.
They about to whack you.
See, that's too deep.
Top tier movie. Godfather 2 or the first one?
Yeah, these niggas talk about everything except Jay-Z in the freestyle. These niggas was not even, but hey, if he didn't give them much to talk about, then what can you say? I mean, everybody has their own interpretations, of course. Let's see. Let's get to another one. I think Ak had some actual comments on
else management. Drake made the billion from music. You ain't make $1 billion from music. That's just facts we talking about. He made $1 billion from his own catalog. So you could say, oh, the white people own it in perpetuity. Ain't nobody made more money than this nigga. He talking about a B. When you try to get your B, you had to go link up with Live Nation. You talking about independence. You so titled to Square. How you talking about independence? You the first nigga to sell. How you talk independence? You the first nigga to sell in every situation. You walk people to the water and just put some poison in there until they die. You just like run off with a check. How you talking about independence? How that work? in most of the situations you got going on, you just a face card for these people. You sold title to get on the board of Square. You sold title, a black-owned supposed business that's a streaming company that was supposed to represent artists to get on the board of Square. I'm lying? So what you talking about independence? What you talking about in perpetuity? You talking about his catalog? Nigga, your companies are owned in perpetuity by Live Nation. The fuck are we talking about? Closes the deal. $350 million to Square. Look, and then we go, look, joins board. Square buys it. Square buys title. Jay-Z joins the board. Come on, stop playing. What are you talking about? You can't talk about that. You trying to use a talking point that Dame Dash been trying to shit on you about. Because Dame Dash didn't agree with none of the partnerships you went into. So now you're talking about, oh, okay. So let's get into it. What do you say directly?
He's turning up. Enough of them. I'm governed by God. You trying to... My next update, the jig is up. Got up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You got to look up again. Niggas look up the hole. I never looked up to them. Your publishing gangster, go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuities, how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man. The fools remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am.
Here we go.
The fools remember. Got your publishing gangster, go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuities, how your contract is worded. Don't make me go first, man.
Listen, I don't know how Drake's full deal is structured. I do know this is a clever way of Jay-Z trying to throw it in Drake's face like he doesn't have like ownership. But the reality is this: every album since Scorpion, Drake owns the masters of these albums. So now he doesn't talk masters, he talks publishing. Now, if you go back to when Drake supposedly signed the $400 million deal, Lucian Grainge actually mentioned that it was, I think he mentioned publishing directly. Yes. So it says it includes the rapper's publishing interests, right? Now, here's the thing with even talking about deals like that. I know some of you guys might not be familiar with publishing. So masters, Drake owns the masters. Now, you have masters and publishing. Now, when it comes to publishing, we don't know if Drake is basically like Kanye did this too. It's not necessarily selling your publishing, but you could probably license your publishing to them, right? So you would license your publishing interest to them probably on a 10-year basis, and then you get that money up front, which would probably be that lion's share of, you know, whatever hundreds of millions he's getting. Here's the thing. You get you're going to get those, you're going to get over time, you're going to get the publishing back. Like there's nothing that indicates that Drake sold his publishing, but he probably did a publishing deal with Universal alongside the distribution deal with Universal.
Okay, so Drake, I mean, you could play the money game with him, but so much if you're Jay, but not really that.
Old man, we want no issue.
Not really that much, but let's get into the more fire clip.
Old man, go on. We don't even want to squabble with you. It's not even a fair fight. Jay, them bars you spitting there, you ain't on the level where Drake is rapping right now. Go on, old man. We want no issue. Just bring your old lame ass on. Go on. You popping out don't scare nobody. You've never won a beef. I don't remember. Well, No, we ain't giving the Prodigy shit. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Cam washed you. Nas washed you. Man, get out of here, man. And Jay-Z and 50 been washing you without even records. Like, come on. Oh, listen. Senior citizen, please step to the left. Step to the left. Aubrey is in his prime. He wants nothing to do with you. Go ahead, old man. Bye.
So it's goes without saying, the act don't want Jay to respond to him. Let's get into Wayno's take. I think this would be pretty interesting. I've been saving this for the stream. But let's get into Wayno's take of the freestyle.
Yo, did we just watch Jay-Z bomb on all these people? Did we just really literally watch Jay-Z bomb on all these people? Y'all been asking for him to say something. People been begging, yo, why don't he go back and forth? Why he not on the internet? Funk Flex said that the reason why he not is because he's too sensitive. We gonna get to all of that, but before we get started, you know what I need? Subs, likes, and hypes. I bet. Man, how many of y'all is out here right now f***ed up? I got something for y'all. It's a lot of shit that goes on. It's a lot of people that catch, not strays, direct shots, but even though they direct shots, they still subs. What would they be? What would a Jay-Z shot be if it wasn't a sub? He's the master of the subs. And we'll even talk about that because there's some Drake subs in there, which are very obvious, but Drake learned it from him. And we'll address that as well. Now, I got a chance to go to the rehearsal. I did not get a chance to go to the show, unfortunately, because I had to leave pretty early. But let's go through these bars because, like I said, niggas been asking for the longest. Like, what's up with him? Why don't he do this? Why don't he do that? And we getting everything we asked for.
911 is a joke. Public enemy #1 op in rank. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on a federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame. Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth and somehow I'm the one who's done this history game.
The leprechauns done ran out of pranks.
Nigga, I was just so fucking drunk, nigga. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. That ass. I didn't even know what the fuck was going on, bro. Like, that ass, nigga. I never did some shit like that, bro. Just that, nigga, I was so fucking drunk, nigga. I just didn't even understand what the fuck was going on, bro. Like,
The Rock. That was a clever line. But as academics said, he let Tory know if anybody deserves to give Jay-Z the time of day in some bars, it's definitely Tory fucking Lanez. If anybody got something personal against Roc Nation and Jay-Z, I need my boy Tory to drop a 10-minute, no hook, straight diss, nigga. 10-minute that shit. You got nothing but time, my boy. We need that by yesterday, but you in prison, so you know what I mean? I don't know how you get that out, but yeah, we need that.
It's not crumbling. Y'all remember that, right?
To be a record today, that Roc Nation, you will crumble. That's right. And you will know who.
Roc Nation will crumble. Y'all remember all that shit? The teeth tumbling out the mouth.
You the real deal. See if I'm the real deal.
Because this bar's in here for Nicki. This bar's in here for Drake. This bar's in here for Jaguar, right? This bar's in here for Dame. This bar's in here for... All right, let's keep going through it and breaking it down.
You had to cash cow and thunk it. What you punked is, I'm the one who strung the pain. That hill you can die on. It's way too much flat that comes from those plains. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. You want it one way, it's the other. I steal on you suckers, I maul you niggas gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name.
Strumming my pain with his fingers, rebutted flack. You know what I mean? Killing him softly. Killing him softly with these words. Killing him softly. Y'all know Fuji's the score 30th anniversary for them two this year. The price of the brick going up.
One more thing. Price of the brick going up.
Marlo Wire references.
You want it to be one way. Man, I don't want it to be one way. Man, stop. Stop saying that.
But it's the other way. All right, it's gonna cost you a B to say my name, billionaire, Beyonce. All right, let me tell y'all something. The years that I was supposed to be in college, I didn't graduate from high school, but the years I would have been in college, I was at Rockefeller. So don't mind me, you know what I mean? Like bigging up and holding high my alma mater. You know what I'm saying? I was in Philly this weekend. I saw everybody.
There's nothing wrong with that, but are you on the payroll, Wayno? Are you on the payroll? That's what we need to know.
Seen when I got to the rehearsal and I seen young Chris and Neve.
Can we really trust Wayno to, if he did see something or knows things or can get certain information, can we really trust him to come be forthcoming with that information, with how these people operate? Because at this point, it's becoming more clear and clearer. As the years go by, it's just becoming more clear and clear how these guys operate, how underhanded, how cruel, how crazy these people really are. Now, can we trust Wayno with that? I don't know. Only time will tell, but I'm questioning it.
Beans, Petey Crack Freeway, I knew something good was going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue to go through these bars, though, because this shit gets better as it goes on.
You ever heard of a wonderkin? My children is some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin as an unharmed player.
Now, if you was wondering what a wonderkin is, it's a child prodigy. Like he said, my children is one of them. Also one who succeeds in competitive or highly difficult field or profession at an early age. So he bigging up his kids. But why would he say that? Kanye, do y'all remember what Kanye said? He says, wait, has anyone ever seen Jay-Z and Beyonce's younger kids? They're retarded. No, like literally. And this is why artificial insemination is such a blessing. Having retarded children is a choice. It says now Jay-Z and Beyonce on the other end, fuck those coon ass niggas and their entire families. I need everyone to know that I took the post about Jay-Z and Beyonce's family down and Jerry Lorenzo's family down because there was a possibility of my Twitter being canceled, not because I'm a good person.
Yeah, well, yeah, well, Kanye was wilding around that time. That was prime crash out Kanye, nigga. He was wilding. I was there for it, but he was wilding.
But and he keeps going on. Now, yeah, he dresses Kanye as well. What would this be if it wasn't about subs? What would it be if this wasn't about subs? Jay is the sub master. Let's continue with the bars because, like I said, the shit keeps getting better.
Y'all thugs with y'all thumbs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You're no maniac. Watch y'all saniac in my presence, nigga, straight. I need a new therapist. This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut-ass nigga still stuttering. That chatty patty down on his luck again. Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Now, the obvious Philly reference to nut-ass nigga still stuttering is, y'all know who be talking about, Jay that be stuttering. And the Jaguar right line, because who could forget all that Jaguar right bullshit she was doing?
Who is a victim of Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Mary J.
Jaguar Wright made a bag off of y'all. I'm not gonna lie. Jaguar made a bag off of y'all. Now, some of this shit I think was true, but a lot of the shit, like she was saying about Diddy, was crazy. But again, it's weird that Hove never sued her or they never brought up any type of legal ramifications against her.
Lige, who is a victim of Sean Combs, are sitting there talking about the death of Aaliyah amongst each other. Think about that. You got a Diddy victim, you got a Jay-Z victim, and you got a superstar gone.
You know what I'm saying? Talking about Jay-Z's victims and Aaliyah and all these different things. And people is really running for it. I told y'all before, motherfuckers that look and stare in the camera and talk a lot of bullshit because they convince themselves that it's the truth. People believed him. Let's keep going through the bars, though.
Yeah, hold on, wait, no. Hey, just because Jay-Z came out here start rapping for y'all niggas again, that don't mean that he's disproving anything. Let's calm down, nigga. Let's calm the fuck down. That don't mean that he's absolving himself of anything, because again, it's questionable that he has yet to sue this bitch. So let's just calm down. Him giving the bitch 2 lines isn't him busting the case open and proving her wrong, brother. You got to calm down. This is that shit I'm talking about. This is why I say I don't know if we can trust Wayno. I don't know if we can trust him. He might be one of them, because it's like, brother, that's not him doing this doesn't absolve. This doesn't take away him being in the Epstein files and all of this weird shit. This doesn't take none of that away. Nah, brother, because we still gotta figure out what all that's about. Which we ain't got one nigga arrested in America for that shit yet. I'm trying to figure out what's the problem. But we'll continue.
That lady back on the stuff, she sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be my eye. I got MAGA Republicans. Those shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrists get flooded again. My net worth went up again.
That lady back on that stuff again. Now, everybody knows what's going on in the news. People continuously keep talking about Nicki being on drugs.
I just want to point out, anything we heard that was better than the bars on Iceman. Because these niggas is really breaking these bars down. Like, god damn, like it was very easy to understand. You didn't really have to break too much down besides what? You didn't really have to break nothing down. It was just all very clever. But y'all think this is fucking with Drake? Y'all think anything we heard so far is fucking with Drake? And anything that we've heard on Iceman? With both being fresh in our mind. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is not what Hove wants, man.
Drugs. Her king can't pick up a kid. Enough of them. Everybody knows his status as being an offender, and then referencing that he can't even pick up them kids. This is why, yo, listen, man, y'all niggas got to watch what y'all say, especially if y'all not going to respond to no bars, because I don't predict Nicki saying nothing but another bunch of tweets. You know, all of the stuff that's happened online. You know what I'm saying, with her talking about their sacrifices and all that other shit. And then he says, MAGA, that came from the top of the government, insinuating that the government is pushing Nicki to go after Jay. Let's keep going. Like, I'm telling y'all, man, this shit, yo, I'll just say this, man. I love the fact that everything that we talking about currently, even if it's coming from a Drake side, is about rapping. That's what we need to get back to. Niggas start talking, I'll talk with the ball, and this is when he goes into the part of Drake.
I can respect that too, because it's definitely, you know, we already know Drake is going to keep it straight bars. Okay, we already know what that's about. But yeah, I can agree. We want to see more bars and less Twitter rants. I don't know if that's where Nicki is going to take it or not, but that's exactly what we want to see. And it's going to help keep us in a healthy place when we continue to have bars like this. We can have real, truthful, real shit in him throwing his shots. That's cool. Those are light bars, though. We got to be honest. Those are light bars. I'm saying this as a nigga who got Hove in his top 3. We can't, like, Wayno is like about to bust in his pants right now. Like, he's like, bro, relax. Like, relax, brother. Those are some light bars. We get it. We get you. It's not, it wasn't all that though.
Ready, my nigga, the jig is up.
My next update, the jig is up. I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up to Hove. I never look up to them.
can't flip that line, the jig is up, right? Been up. You got to look up again. Them crackers got your publishing. Go talk tough to them. Goes back to the whole work with them and me shit, right? I feel as if the Roc Nation picking Kendrick Lamar shit after the battle and all that, it got taken so far out of context, as if Roc Nation was literally trying to destroy Drake, as if they needed to destroy Drake. Like, we remember the reference from the interview with GQ when he's like,
the personal thing that you chose Kendrick for the Super Bowl. It's like, oh man, he's choosing the side and he's he's not.
Like I don't have, what do I have to do with that? I chose the guy that was having them.
I mean, I like how people just keep skipping over the fact that the song is about Drake being a pedophile, but obviously that's the problem that he has with it. And for people to continuously like just ignore that entire fact and just act like, oh nah, it was just a song. He got to be. It's like, no, my nigga, it wasn't just a song, nigga. Like, this was very weird. It was a weird thing to platform. You as one of the OGs, even you, it was weird for you to platform that. That's how he looked at it. If that's how he looked at it, then why are we still acting like we don't understand what he's upset about or what anybody would be upset about? Come on.
Monster year. I think it was the right choice.
Word.
It wasn't in some sort of alliance to a battle. I don't.
Yeah.
What I care about them two guys battling, like.
Yeah, Jay-Z always tries to play this. He don't care. He don't pay attention to anything and this, that. You know a nigga's having a monster year, but you don't care about battles and you don't pay attention. Like, nigga, everybody had eyes on that battle. Everybody knew what the fuck was going on. Even Elon Musk was over here like, God damn, like, this shit got Twitter turning up. Like, come on, bro. We all knew what the fuck was going on. We all had our eyes on these two. You're not about to act like you wasn't paying attention. You didn't know what was going on. That's the shit I don't like.
I got to do with me.
Or
have at it. Have fun. It's almost like not just me, by the way. They drag everybody in it. Like, everyone's part of this conspiracy to undermine Drake, I guess. But like, what the fuck? Like, what? I'm fucking Jay-Z. or due respect to him. I'm fucking Hov. Do respectfully.
Or
like, for what? To what end?
Yeah.
It couldn't be that these guys just don't like each other.
Yeah.
And I think they haven't liked each other for a long time.
Before you had anything to do with it.
For a while. Yeah. I think this has been brewing, just like me and Nas was brewing.
Yeah.
It didn't happen at the Summer Jam. That happened at Lex and TV sets, the minimum, whatever. It was a whole bunch of stuff leading up to that point.
Mint Fleek, what is the Mint Fleek slugs in your hat, right?
It was slugs in your hat. It was a bunch of like little things that led up to that point. And then when it happened, I actually regret that because I really like Nas. He's a really nice guy.
But also to your point, like I remember I was like 10 or 11 when that happened. I was like,
pick a side.
Well, I was on your side.
Yeah, I can clearly.
But my position was,
even the nigga he's interviewing or who's interviewing him contradicts exactly what he says. He basically said, nah, nigga, I was on your side, so shit, nigga, I wasn't supporting that nigga. Like, fuck all that. Like, the fuck? It's natural. This is just natural fandom. They be trying to act like this shit is some type of anomaly that's what's going on now. No. You guys made the fandom more and more rabid by what y'all were trying to push 2 years ago. That was weird. Jay-Z would never allow any record like that to be pushed of him. He would never allow it. Come on, my nigga, what are we talking about? Jay-Z would never allow the same thing to be done against him. He would never allow that record to be aired.
I can't go out and buy Stillmatic or ask my parents to buy Stillmatic.
Yeah.
You see, that's what a good journalist and interviewer would do. I would ask Jay-Z, hey, if Kendrick Lamar dropped Not Like Us about you and made that record about you, how would you feel about that? Would you allow that to come out? Would you want to see that song at the Super Bowl This is why we say these guys get interviewed by people who are going to throw them these softball ass questions, glaze them. This nigga's obviously a big fan. He's obviously a very big Hov fan. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it's the fact that you guys are not going to ask the real questions. And it goes back to my ultimate argument in all of this, and just saying that there needs to be a new regime. Sign me the fuck up, because there needs to be a new regime. We don't have the right people in position asking the right questions. Because I'm sure that question would fuck Hov up. I'm sure if you asked him that, that would fuck him up. Because he would have to keep it a stack. Or he would have to play the DJ head game. Or, oh, no, that wouldn't really affect me. I'm a grown man. Like, I don't got feelings anymore. Like, nigga, the fuck are you talking about? He would have to stand on something. We need people in media and hip hop media asking the real questions, not none of this dumb shit. What is he even asking? Jay-Z just talking, and he just basically, yeah, okay, yeah. Fuck, nigga, this ain't an interview, nigga. This is a fucking glaze session, nigga. You might as well have put this on fucking Pornhub, nigga. X videos if you wanted to bend over. Fuck is you talking about? Like, man, come on, bro.
But I'm gonna borrow it and burn it because I can't deny one mic, you know?
Like I want to hear it.
Yeah.
But I ain't supporting them.
Or
throughout all of these bars, throughout everything that this nigga is saying, man, you could take it as bullshit, cap, whatever. But take the bars for what they are. We always was entertained by rapping, by niggas having something to say about the current times or whatever they was going through, and however they could cleverly flip that shit and not only make it sound.
And I'll give Wayno his props because he was one of the few people who came out and said, like, yeah, you know, even though I didn't necessarily want to hear Drake rapping about all of this shit that you're talking, and I can't necessarily look down on him for rapping about what he's rapping about because it's his life for the last 2 years. And again, any sane person can look at that just like that. How I had my friend here shout out pros. Just like how I had her on here, I have her in, she could clearly realize herself that, nah, that's weird. Like, just from the outside looking in, like, nah, this is weird. Like, why are people moving like this? And it's not like I'm over here framing this shit any type of way or anything like that. We're looking at the facts as it is. I'm flipping through, I'm showing her everything. So any sane person from the outside looking in who doesn't have any real investment on either side can look at this situation and what people are doing and how they're moving. They can look at it for what it is. It's very simple to. I don't see people on the other side pulling the stunts that, or at least on our side, I don't see people on Drake's side of things pulling these stunts. I don't. It gets to the point to where it's just like, I never knock people for defending the truth and keeping the record straight. There's going to be some people who say, oh, well, there's both sides, and you know, both sides are the problem, both sides are to blame. But as I told you guys, fuck all that both sides shit. Ain't no both sides shit in this. Because when you let people ride out with this, oh, it's both sides and this, that, the third, oh, both sides are to blame, then we start rewriting history. And it's important for me, at least, I don't know about everybody else, but it's important for me to hold the people accountable who need to be held accountable. Okay? So real quick, I don't want to spend too much time on this because we've obviously all heard the bars, and we got Wayno's take. He's obviously really loving it. Like he's at McDonald's. But let's get to this new situation that arose today. Apparently, my boy Drizzy is still at it, doing what he does best, getting to these hoes. Now, apparently, apparently Sauce Walka and Drake have gotten into a little beef, which Drake hasn't said anything, but Sauce Walka and his baby mama seemingly are at odds with each other because of Drake. So let's see exactly what she has to say. Well, I think this video is Sauce Walka saying F his own son and her. And I don't know if this is the exact death threats, but so apparently her fucking with Drake got her jumped by his black holes, admittedly by quote unquote by by Sauce Walker. Yeah, this is a circus. Like, oh, she said, "Oh hell no, you ain't about to take out my side, nigga. Hell no, that's the bag, nigga." she had to think about that. Like, hold up, nigga. Like you trying to fuck up the bag. Like, hold up, nigga. You bugging. Yeah. Sauce Walker is off one. Apparently, um, Drake has been digging deep in those guts. Okay, he's been knocking them ankles loose, and it's obviously started this war, this back and forth between Sauce Walka and his baby mama. But we gonna get to oh, I didn't even I'm bugging. I didn't even play. Hold on, I didn't even play that for y'all. They ain't even see it. I think I'm still on the other tab. Hold on, let me make sure I change this because this is crazy. I'm like, yeah, this nigga's losing it. Yeah, excuse me, y'all, but let's hear. Let me make sure y'all can. Wow.
Nothing about me with my baby mama, nothing. I'ma handle y'all. It's that simple. I don't give a fuck what the consequences is, nigga.
Why? Yeah, you handle me. You already handle me. So what the fuck does it matter? You already put your hands on me. You already do all that already. So what the fuck does even matter?
I got you jumped by my hoes. I will put my hands on you though, but I didn't. You got jumped by my black hoes. It's shit on video.
Yeah, because you had me set up. Are you proud of that? Does that make you feel good?
I will get you jumped again. I don't give a fuck. Just like I get Drake smoked. I will get Drake car shot at. The fuck?
It's tight.
Realize who the fuck I am? I don't give a fuck what nobody talking about.
Okay, you need to calm down.
No, I don't need to do nothing.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, Vicious. My boy is really off of one because of that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he's ready to crash out. And speaking of crashing out, apparently, hold on, let me pull this up. Okay, so apparently, she said this is the Maybach, the one he beat up because Drake bought it. She said it's pathetic. Damn, so he fucking up the whip. He done got her jumped. Like, I ain't gonna hold you. At this point, Drake got to move this bitch out the country or something. Like, bro, get her out of Houston, bro. But bro, goddamn, but He said he ain't Spider-Man. He said he ain't Superman. So, mama, you gotta get it out the mind. He want to save you, but he can't. She also said, mind you, doesn't he claim he's the richest in Houston, but this is his bank account. She posted a bank account with nothing but 3 bands in it. At one day, he only had about $136. Another day, he had about 16 bands. I mean, shit, that ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? For broke niggas, for us broke niggas, that ain't too bad. You know what I'm saying? If he making it shake somehow, but obviously, that ain't enough for her. Let me see this one. It says, so apparently Sauce Walker then post receipts that him and his baby mama has been hustling Drake, quote unquote. So the nigga said, I'm about to tell Drake thank you. Posted a car. Let's see what this one says. He says, can't be tender if I'm the one who sent her. We've been splitting buddy money for years. Next subject. God damn. Then she posted your bank account. That's ugh. Hey. But okay. They said, how in SXSW she was on my dick hopping. I holler at her. Could shoulder that hoe. He said, I don't give a fuck. I'll send that bitch to you. I don't care what you talking about. I'm going for Lana. He said, I'ma tell her. Tell Drake get at me. He said, she already know. I hope you break him. Splash need the money. I hope you break her. He said, over Houston. It'll be fun. If not, I'll go by myself since you want to be a loser. Never mind, fuck you. Question. Did I ever fuck princess at the penthouse Drake got her? I can't wait to suck. Oh, out of your body when I get home. I don't know who these text messages. I don't know how this nigga posts text messages. We don't know who the fuck they coming from, or if there's some other messages, but I don't know who the fuck saying what. I thought it was him talking at one point, and then it turned into some whole other shit. Apparently, make them cry is the said, baby daddy, is you cool? I want your bag. Kept it 100 on paper like Wilt, tricking it off and then playing her bills. That's just how I do the sauce in the spill. These hoes know how I pop it for real. Maybe it's saying that maybe she sent him those bars, thinking it was enjoy. I'm about to. So I'm pimping. Dumbass Kylie just gave me 16K yesterday on God. Yep. He said I gave you 40K and all you did was drop me off at home after. Never got me roses in your life. So I gave them both roses on the same day. What's wrong with that? So I've given you way more than 16K. He said the fuck you stalking for? So yeah, we got all these messages, but I don't know who's who. I don't know who's who. Maybe somebody can explain it to me, but I don't necessarily know who's who and all of that. But that's what he or she or he posted. And I think she came back with a tad bit more. I think that's when she posted. Yeah, he did. He is trying to crash out. Nigga did say he about to kill Drake. Yeah, man. Let's let Ack explain it as far as okay, this nigga got more messages than I seen.
For the bag, and now it's Drake.
I don't give a fuck. Send that bitch to you.
All right. Then this is her again. Wow, let's go on a helicopter ride over Houston. It will be fun. If not, I'll go by myself if you want to be a loser. Never mind, dog. Fuck y'all. And it says, question, did you ever fuck Princess at the penthouse? Drake got her. So the same girl is asking Sauce Walker if he ever fucked this girl at some penthouse. And then she sent some lyrics. It says, oh, so this is recent. She sends Sauce Walker the lyrics to Drake's song. Oh my, I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent. Oh, so they're trying to figure out in some real time shit, did Drake just rap about fucking yo, Drake, you a devious nigga, bro. Yo, Drake, you a devious. Bro, they're sending Drake lyrics back and forth. Yo, Sauce Walker, I ain't gonna lie. Y'all can't let Drake keep doing this. They're sending Drake's lyrics. Yo, we over here talking about this.
This nigga just be fucking niggas bitches and just singing about it. Like, these bitches is over here trying to figure out who he talking about, if he talking to them. If this bitch, he fucked this bitch here. They over here trying to play detective. They over here trying to recreate crime scenes over this shit. This is crazy. It's deeper than rap. Damn.
Goofy ass nigga Jay-Z and shit like that, and ASAP Rocky. ASAP not goofy. But the real people that Drake is fucking their bitches and everything, they're sending the lyrics back and forth like, yo, is this about you? Is this about, look, let's go to them songs. I put the man in manipulation.
Damn.
Oh man, Drake is a deviant. Y'all's Drake not the GOAT. I told you, Drake don't rap about no capping. The rappers I like, they don't cap at all in they rap. King Von, like Pooh Shiesty. I don't like liars. I don't like liars when it's make him cry. Damn, they went to a lyrical record. Oh, that's the fucking intro that I love. Oh shit. Nah, I love this intro. I said on Twitter, some people were mad. Best intro since Tuscan Leather. I love the bars. It'll take more than 6 pallbearers to carry the casket.
Champagne poetry is the shit, though. I ain't gonna hold you. Champagne poetry is the shit. And I need more time on that one.
Put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent. And that is an obligation to our attachment. I sprinkle in a little Mercedes and fashion. If that's not enough for you, well, baby, go back then. You fucking dude at the spot I got for you, Jesus. You gave him a reason to speak on my name. That's a weak. This nigga's a goat. Drake is a goat. Drake is the.
I ain't gonna hold you. If that's really about Shorty and Sauce Walker, he devious. He a devious nigga.
Fucking go. Yo, Sauce Walker. Listen, I'm committed to good Drake music. I don't care about none of y'all feelings hurt. I don't care if Baby M get like her feelings hurt. I like that Drake rap about the truth. Facts. When I could now Google and this shit is real, the song is 30 times better. So Sauce Walker, I like you and everything. But nigga, if your tears or your baby mama's tears gotta be the reason why I'm enjoying the song, sorry. Keep rapping, Drake. Okay? I don't care about Baby M. None of y'all. Make the songs real. I love this shit. Facts. Nigga ain't spit one lie yet. I love this shit. So I put the man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that's an obligation to our attachment. Then I sprinkle in a little Mercedes in fashion. Here's the funny part, chat. Oh my God. Here's the funny part. Let's go to
you're getting real-time breakdown.
You check Jimmy's TV? Apparently,
because I didn't know what the fuck who the hell was what. I didn't know what the fuck I was reading.
He bought Shorty a Mercedes. Earlier on another song, this one says, pull up, man, that baby. Oh, man. Drake a lot. God damn. He bought a Mercedes. He rapped about it twice.
Don't tell me they got the heated seats, man. Don't tell me them just got the heat seats, man. Oh man. Oh man. Don't tell me they got the heated seats. If they got the heated seats, it's over. If they got the heated seats, it's over.
Ice. Nah, she must got a fire. You think she got a fire?
Nigga.
He's up with a man in manipulation when I pay your rent, and that is an obligation to our attachment. Then I sprinkle in a little Mercedes. Bang. And fashion. If that's not enough for you, well, baby, go back then. And I guess maybe this is about what do you call it again? This is about Sauce Walker. You fucking dude at the spot that I got for you, Jesus. You gave him a reason to speak on my name. That's some weak shit. They texted me proof to my phone, and my heart is in pieces. You keeping your options open for real. That's some me shit. Sis, you got to be kidding, like nephews and nieces. I keep rescuing leeches. I know the feeling, Drake. When Drake said that, it hit different, bro. You know how many leeches I done rescued? Yo, let's take a shot, man. This boy is too good. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Iceman's a classic. Fuck, we talking about Jay-Z for that old ass nigga, man. This is the shit that's actually, yo, these lyrics is like in 4D.
Yeah, that's devious. Sauce Walker going through it, yo. Sauce Walker going through it, and I guess he trying to play the card that he sent her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess he trying to say he sent a bit, but you know, it ain't really looking too good for you, brother. I'm just be honest. It's looking like you ready to crash out. You already said you ready to kill the nigga. Why would you be ready to kill the nigga if you sent the bitch? That's all I'm saying. It's not lining up. It's not it's not adding up, my boy. It's not adding up. You know what I'm saying? And you already beating the bitch up. She giving you money. It's looking a little crazy. You know what I mean? It's looking a little crazy. You feel me? So I don't know what all of that's about, but you feel me? I don't know. Drake done put it out on air. I don't know if she's still gonna be getting that back, but you feel me? She probably gonna tell you you gotta leave boy out of here, nigga. They already blew up the spot though, so we already know who Shorty is. It's probably time to switch things up. You can't be out here for too long with it. But she a bad one though. She a bad one. I don't know if that's all natural or what, but she bad. I don't know what nationality she is. She look white, half black. I don't know what she is though, but you know, it's all these girls look the same nowadays. You feel me? So it's kind of hard to tell. But that's crazy. Yeah, she got you in 4K saying you're gonna kill Drake. So at this point, it's safe to say that nothing's happening to him in Houston, and if it does, well, we know exactly where to look. But yeah, you know, brother, it's if you got enough bitches to jump Shorty, then you know you good. You good. Just go on about your day. This ain't what you want. I would say just try to keep it bars, but you already tried whack to whack, and the title speaks for itself, brother. That wasn't it. So I just hope that maybe you go to church this Sunday, maybe find God. You looking crazy. This is not how you want to be out here in Houston looking while Big Drizzy rolling around. And you know, you're gonna make people have to you know have to put hands on you or something like that. So I wouldn't do all of that. You already be looking a little crazy. You be having a little froth coming from your mouth, shit like, you know what I'm saying? You got to calm down. But yeah, just relax, bro. Just relax. It's one Shorty. There's plenty of them out here, and this is just what they do. This is just their nature. They can't help themselves, apparently. But yeah, and it's Drizzy Drake, man. That's just the way it goes. I feel you though. I feel you. I definitely feel you. We'll probably be back in here tomorrow to get to some more of these reactions, breakdowns, things like that. But yeah, I didn't want to be in here too long today. Let me know if you guys want me to hop on, do some gaming with you guys as well, because we were doing a little bit of that back before, but I'm thinking about doing a separate channel where we hopping on doing some gaming. But right now I'm playing through Disco Elysium. That's pretty, you know what I'm saying? I'm just getting onto that wave. But yeah, that's just a sidebar though. Just let me know if y'all want me to do that. But yeah, this is crazy. We'll keep our ear to the streets and continue to monitor what's going on out here. But yeah, hopefully my boy Sauce Walker gets it together. We don't want you crashing out because you're Drake's latest victim. Okay, it happens. It happens to the best of us. But it's not worth losing your life over, and whichever way that goes. And you know, it's if you got enough bitches to jump a bitch, then just go ahead and do what you got to do. But I understand it's your baby mom's. It's okay. Drake is the devious nigga. I gotta hand that part to you, but there's better things to do with your life. Okay. To all my stoners, hippies, and hip hop enthusiasts, we appreciate you guys for stepping into the Doja Room, listening to my thoughts here once again. For all the people that subscribe to my people on Kick, I see you. Appreciate you guys out there commenting and subscribing to the channel, of course. Hopefully, y'all do that as well. Hit that bell notification so you know every time that I go live. Do the same if you're watching this on X. Make sure you hit that repost. We appreciate y'all if you do that, and make sure you lock in with me on X wherever you are watching this from, because this is the best way to keep up with my thoughts, the content, and whatever I'm going to do next. Okay, so lock in with me here. All right, we got a lot in store, a lot in store that's coming in the next couple of months, and I hope you guys are excited for it. Okay, we're going to do big things here in the Doja Room, and make sure we continue to update the quality, bring the consistency back. We've been streaming just about damn near almost every day, and we're ready to get back to that. Okay, so lock in with us. Make sure you're following me on all platforms, no matter which platform you're following me on or watching me on right now. We just hope that you had a good time, and we hope that you come back. Okay, I'm your boy Dope Boy Diesel. I appreciate you guys for rocking with me, and I'll be back probably tomorrow. All right, probably tomorrow. All right, guys, I'm out. Let's get it.
Yeah. Hey, this that special sauce. That drip, I wipe it off. $1 million worth of game. Can't feel that.